Just both teams opting to just stay in the ground. I guess so. This is an interesting one. But okay, I'm not quite sure who's random. Oh, look at that, Dapper North. Randomly picked as the winner. I mean, Brett always has the OP knife strats. I mean, how more OP can you get than that? Like, that's great. Oh, bad. I mean, if the knife round goes our way, then I guess the rest of the match will. And I'll knock on wood for that. I don't know if you could hear that, but I definitely knocked on wood for that one. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, just 10 seconds away from round number 1. Dapper North versus Tortuga. I have to add a little Spanish. Little Spanish accent on that. For everyone else, it's Tortuga. As we enter in round number 1, and these are fun rounds. You know, pistol rounds on Vertigo can be very intricate. You know, you kind of dabble in going to A and B, trying to pick off players where they are, and look at this. Oh, Hauser almost gets a little bit of a cheeky shot there down into the ramp area on side hall, and that draws off a couple players over on the B site. Connor taking a little first pick, and look at this boost. Oh, nice boost from M1 onto Lat. As now that draws even more attention over onto the A side, but will they commit? It looks like they're going to. Jiggling out. No smokes left. Just pure aim to go. Hauser trying to defend their side, gunning a little bit of a peek here. Oh, he's going to get the one onto Brandon. But M1 again with a nice 2K, doing a lot of work here. And oh, Brett with the one tap. Oh my god, M1. I believe that's three kills already for M1. As Dapper North goes a little bit crazy on the pistol, only losing Brandon. And those are the pistols we like to see. Placing down the shots when you need. Brett as well. I believe that was a one tap with the P250. And so far so good. Looking for Dapper North. 1-0 is the lead as we head into round number 2. And it looks like we're just really going for that full save over on the CT side. Galil in the hands of, I was going to say Brett. Only Connor and Cole here with the Gillies in hand. The rest have the Mac 10s. And again, close range map, you know, so those Mac 10s can do a lot of damage once you get into their face. Cole going to see a lot coming here. He's going to pick up 1. Can he pick up 2? Going to find 2. And that's all he's going to be able to get, but clean enough that Galil does go into the hand of Asian Assist. As now they're back onto the A side. Bomb is going to go down for the T side of Dapper North. And, I mean, you're going to have, I guess, Protect Mr. President here with that Galil for the CT side of Tortuga. As it's going to be kind of tricky, but if they can get a pick here, that would be huge. They could go for this. Pistols are going to peek first, trying to find at least one. And it's not going to happen. They're going to get pushed all the way down from M1. And like I said, these Mac 10s are definitely going to be good in close quarters here, as Asian Assist is going to try and run away up the ladder. He goes. And Rapunzel is not going to do so good up in this cage as Brandon goes down. And let's see. I want to see if these instant replays lurk, and we'll try it out with Cole's.
Again, a close range map, you know, so those Mac 10s can do a lot of damage once you get into their face.
And I'm glad these are
Cole
working.
gonna see a lot coming here. He's gonna pick up 1. Can he pick up 2? Gonna find 2. That's all he's gonna be.
Sponsored by Manhattan Souls. If you need some kicks, check out the Instagram. Cheeky plug. Round number 3, and so far so good. Not really wavering back on the T side, pushing ahead, nice and strong. As I say, nice and strong, right up side ball. But Hauser gets 2. Not able to find another, but gets taken down quickly from M1 and Brandon, and that leaves Jakey here to hold off the ramp side. Not gonna find the rest of the teammates. It is a 3v3. Everyone has a good gun. I say, oh, I'm not gonna talk too down on the MP9. I think I can be a good gun. As I say that, Asian Assist gets 2. Oh my gosh, I will never talk about that MP9 again. As he takes 2 down for Dapper North. Cole, the clutch god that he is, can he lift this one up back into the hands of Dapper North? Sees one, gonna tag him up. Didn't quite see the second one, so you can only see through those walls. You can't see much of anything when you're in Cole's position there, besides the one he peeked. And he's gonna go for this pick all the way down into ramp. This is a really tough one. 49 seconds on the clock. Cole is gonna, I don't think he was able to hear that. I think we're only able to hear that. But now he definitely knows there's at least one player here. He has a bit of util to work with, not too crazy. And at this point, he's really just going to have to either go for this or just save that Galil. And I mean, I believe in my boy Cole, but this is definitely a tough one to go after. And he's going to try his best. He has a flash in his hand. Maybe going to try a little dry peek, cheeky, dig it out. Nice, gets one onto Lat. Asian assist still right around the corner, able to take him out. And that's going to be a great round for Tortuga. And I mean, these are very difficult rounds when you have
everyone
people
has
coming
a
up ramp.
good gun. I say, oh, I'm not gonna talk you down on MP9. I can be a good gun. As I say that, it just gets two. Oh my god, I will never talk about that.
Not working out in the best light, but one round goes down. They still have guns available in their hands. They have lots of use to work with. So does the CT side of Tortuga. Boost is going to come in. He's going to get a pick off of this. He's going to be able to see over the sandbag. Oh, gets one. M1 taking out Jakey, and that's a huge pick early on. That nade doesn't quite clear out anything as well. Alzer going to try spamming through the smoke, and no way. Can Connor find another one? Oh, I thought he was going to be able to. Beautiful nade from Connor. Just doesn't quite do as much damage as I thought it would do. As we have Brandon creeping up onto the B side, trying to give some space for Dapper North to work with. And he has already. He's quite far up. He knows that there's no one close enough on that B side that maybe they're just going to try and give some information over to the other side of Dapper North saying, hey, I'm pushed up. Let's take it easy on A. Let's try and see what we're working with and then maybe regroup and pick a site to hit, which is super good from the CT side, or the T side, to get as much room and information as possible. Brett going for the headshot. They know there's people mid now, and now it's all up to the aim of the T-side players to get out there, hit some heads, make some room, and enter this B-side, and enter they will. Connor gets the assist, gets assist. It's going to be Lat who's going to go down. Last player left on the side, and a beautiful execute here from Dapper as Cole, the lurk god, with the Minecraft Glock, is going to sit SMJ down. And so far, so good. Executed that perfectly. They were able to reassess their situation with all the room that, on the B side they had. And a great job done from Dapper North again. 1-3. And something I like that Dapper North do on this map in particular is that, in general, you have an IGL like Cole. They're able to kind of reassess their situations. They're not running out and doing anything too crazy, but they're also not afraid to get up in their face and make these plays. As I say, making a play, you have Cole, who's able to take one on this eco. Probably going to be able to find out both of these players as well if they keep like this, but doesn't quite get it. SMJ is going to pick up that AK as we look onto the butt of everyone. T's finally making their way up onto the ramp site. Connor going to be the first one to make contact here. There is a player side, not side, onto the rafters on the right-hand side of A. Blanking on that. He's going to keep now. He has the opportunity to get one. SMJ taking out Connor. M1 with the trade. Beautiful move by Will. Finally, they flood to the site, and that's what you need. You need to be making those trades. Make those trades go in your favor, and it's all over. And now we all have Asian assist left with the Deagle in hand, but can hit those headshots. Don't really count them out just yet, but not against Dapper North. Taking out Asian assist, and that's going to be round number 4 on the board for Dapper North. And the pause is going to come in. I'm going to say, not earned, we're going to say needed pause. You know, I mean, pauses are super effective. You know, they can turn the momentum of a team pretty much at any point. You know, talking about, hey, what's going wrong here? What do we need to fix? And honestly, I believe a lot of it right now is just going the way of Dapper North through trades. They're able to trade out their friends. They're able to go into a site and not lose like 2 or 3 picks, and that's really what's taking the CTs out right now. And that could be a cause to communication. That could be a lot of different things that we just don't know right now because we're not in the server with them. We're not really in in what's going on in terms of vocals, you know, saying like, hey, I need some more help here. This spot isn't really working out. So it could be attributed to anything, lots of things. And, you know, it could just be like, hey, let's get our pause in. Let's refocus ourselves and think about what we need in order from everyone else to do on the map. And that's really essential. That's why those pauses are essential. And it also just could be, you never know. It could be like a technical thing, but I didn't really see. I think those are regulars, though. 4-1 is the score line, and back into this we go. Dapper North, not skipping a beat so far. I think the speech in the beginning definitely did help. Mollies go out, taking a lot of space here onto ramp early. Gotta be careful of that side hall player who can do a lot of damage. That side hall player, when posed with the players on the ramp, can do a lot of damage. Connor and Brandon both get a kill at the exact same time. Nade goes out onto Jake. He's gonna do quite a bit of damage. And both players low on A, and again, look what we have here. We have a 3v4 already. Ts are going to be able to group up, and it's going to be very difficult for the CTs to do a lot here. And besides going to retake and hope that this retake on B is going to go their way. Does see a little bit of one. Brandon goes down. SMJ, nice peek onto the side hall there. And Jakey just kind of waiting for this lurk. He knows Cole's going to be on the lurk. Doesn't quite get him out. That's huge from Cole. Able to pick up a lot of control here. And Lat takes 2. Oh my gosh. The bomb didn't go down. And it's all down to Cole. Lat pulling out an absolute banger of a round for him. That was huge coming from Lat. They had the presence of mid, knowing that their mid player just went down. They're still worried about mid. But now they have the bomb, which is something that Cole was hoping wouldn't happen on B, but it does happen. One, finds ahead of 1, 18 health. And he doesn't know where the other player is. Oh, this timing could be on insane. Cole able to pick it out, and oh my gosh, Cole. And that's worthy of an Axel's replay. Oh, my
out of 1, 18 health.
Finds the head.
He doesn't know where the other player is.
Kill,
this timing could be on insane.
Right
able to pick it out, and oh.
I mean, the ability just, to get off of mid, get that pick, not stay in mid, rotate around with both of these CT players looking towards mid because they're worried. They don't know where he's at. He had no real elsewhere to solidify that he was at mid. Just using that rotation well. And look at that. Able to get the first pick onto Lat as well in this eco. And Brandon gonna get one. Could get a bunch of spray downs here. But just gets one extra one. And that's 2 players left. One with the AK, and I'm assuming that's going to be pretty much players in this round. And they're going to hunt him down. They don't want him to hold on to that AK at all. 5 HP, sorry, 9 HP left on Alzer. Yeah, he's not going to be left with that at all. And look at this momentum. 6 rounds on the board for Dapper North. Economy is looking nice. Can't say the same for the CT side. However, they are trying to stay in this, and this would be the round for them to turn things around. Again, taking a lot of control early from side, and Connor gonna take a lot of damage here, but it's not really going to matter in the long run as he needs to clear out a bunch of this side. M1 takes down Alzer. Wow, is able to just stay alive for a lot longer than I thought there. Trades go out. And again, trades on the board. Brandon, oh my god, almost finds one on the ramp there. And again, all the manpower just going in the way of Dapper North again. Connor is going to find that, and look at that beautiful positioning from Connor. Able to find this thing all the way up onto side hall through the site and methodically just placing the shots where they needed to get to. Brett going to be able to make this plant come in. Connor running security for mid. And you have these 2 players that honestly are just going to have to save this up and M4. But I mean, if I know anything, they're going to send Brett and maybe even one more player to kind of hunt these guys down once it goes because this op in their hands, if they could take it away, they're going to be so broke. It's going to be crazy. They're going to have no money. No money, no money. No money left. And here they go. On the hunt they go. Jakey going to be the first one to fight Brandon. Now they know exactly where they are, but they're going to have to get past this op. And I believe they can. Flash goes out. Oh, Connor! Able to take out Jakey with a beautiful... Even though it doesn't say the flash hit him, it looked like it did from our point of view. Asian going to make away with an M4. But at least they got the op out of the hands of Tortuga's side. 7-1. Only one round on the board for the CT sides. They have to make something change. I mean, they're going to keep having decent buys. I guess you can have a lot of MAC 10s, but with AKs across the board in the hands of Dapper North, it's going to be super hard to out-aim them. You're really going to have to start winning these rounds in one way or then another. Hauser deciding to... I mean, I do like this play, but unfortunately, there isn't really much going on here for Hauser to find, as this B execute is going to come out towards the ramp side of the B. And one going to be the first one into the side. Oh my god! Takes down Asian assist, jumping over there. And that's going to be a huge play. Cole able to get a mid player. And Lat. I mean, again, with the MP9, it's going to be so difficult, but Hauser is on the flank. Might find Connor here. Hauser taking out Connor, and that's going to be a pretty good flank here, but M1, again, that's smoke criminal we can call him tonight. As Brett finishes off the last two, Hauser and SMJ go down. And man, M1, we can give him credit here, the newer addition to the team. Just able to go through that first smoke, jump over, get the kill. Against MP9s as well, and same thing, I believe. It was not really exactly the same, but did push through the smoke to find another player. And at this point, you know, it's 8-1. You might as well show a little confidence here. You know, don't be afraid to go for those things, especially when you're up at least this far. I mean, yes, you can only say it worked because they're doing great, but I like those plays. Some people may not like it, but I do. You know, you're putting some confidence in there, and you're making it happen. That's what we like to see. And speaking of confidence, Connor on the ramp. Take out JP. Asian assist. Gonna take out Brandon over on the B side. SMJ with another one onto Connor. Lat gonna take some fall damage, thinking he's a bird. M1 gonna hear the reload. Hauser is gonna be able to take down two. Wow. I have no idea how he was able to get that kill. That was crazy. And now left down to Cole, and I mean, there we go. Finally putting something on the board for Tortuga. Asian assist gonna try and come back towards the mid site. Lat, ooh, he's in an interesting spot here. Unfortunately, they do not know where Cole is, or fortunately for us. And Cole, I mean, he's a very sneaky guy, and he is going against. Okay, gonna throw the AK away. Smart idea. I mean, they already have two of them, so I think that's gonna be more than enough for the CTs to hold on to. But good for him for throwing that out and seeing it, noticing. That's what you should do. Make sure that they cannot have an extra one, because that could be the difference, you know, in between getting headshot over on the B side or A side, and you don't want those extra guns in the hands of the CT side. 8-2 again. Not again. 8-2 now. And again, these ramp players starting to pick up, starting to push back a little bit. And that forces the A players on the T side for Dapper North to play it a little bit differently. Not exactly just going for the ramp control every round, kind of mixing it up. As we watch Cole through mid. Trying to make some space on any part of this map. And it looks like it's going to be A first. Usually where the spacing goes out first anyway. But we do have a little bit of a lurk up here with Brandon. Trying to see if he can find anything useful over here on the B site. M1 is starting to get closer and closer onto elevator. Jakey potentially able to get a couple here. Flash doesn't come out the right way. Jakey able to get M1 on side hole. SMJ still waiting for that push to come up onto A. But now down a player Dapper North is. Jakey could go huge again. Oh, takes out the dude at the wrong time. Brett able to get that one back. And the picks go the way of Dapper North now. Lots of room onto the A side, and the CTs know it. But can they hold it? There's a lot of util still to be used on Dapper North's side. A little bit of a... I don't know if I like that swing from Mauser, but it does allow the bomb plant to go down. Still 2 players close onto the site. SMJ's going to get 1. Brett's going to send him right back down. Asian assist and lat. Very close onto the site for this retake. And no util to really work with anymore. Connor able to get Latin. He should find the second one. Even if he does go down, they know exactly where he is. They know how much health. They know he's low. So Brett's going to kind of run a little bit away here. Bomb is going to be tapped. Assist able to get 1. He's going to go back for it. But not going to work. Brett, really, really good round from everyone on the Dapper North side. And that was very close, though. And we enter the last round of the half with Dapper North putting up some impressive numbers as we look at the scorecard. 11 kills for M1. Cole with 12. Let's look at the ADR here. Both 100 ADR. Connor running close behind. Everyone doing good. Auser as well. Some good damage on him. Damage all around. Look at this. Not too bad, especially from the Dapper North side. Nice nade here from Jakey. Not going to do too much damage. Oh, okay, Auser getting a little scared here. Decides to give his teammate a little bit of a tickle. M1 goes down to Asian assist, but the trade does go out, and that leaves a lot of space on his B side. And oh my god, Brandon catches Jakey with his pants down. Doesn't realize that they're going to come up that quick, and SMJ able to get a nice pick onto Connor. Ooh, touching Brandon all the way down to Brett with a beautiful nade there. Auser able to take out the lurk of Cole, knowing that he's going to probably be there, as he usually is there. As we get a beautiful close-up of Brandon here with the op. And there probably is a reason for that. And yep, there is. Brett able to get 1. Can he get the second here? Gonna peek around the corner. Auser gets 1. Still some bullets left in the gun, but Brett able to set him down. And that's the end of the half. 10-2. And what a great T-half from Dapper North. As Asian Assist tries to no-clip around the map. What a beautiful first half from Dapper North. And, you know, that's what we like to see. We like to see us going huge, getting the clips, picking them off. One by one. As we enter the CT side for Dapper North, T side for Tortuga. Now let's see if Tortuga can change anything, you know, make this a little bit of a closer game. Win this pistol, get 3 rounds on the board, potentially 4. But we don't really want that. As this is a Dapper North stream. But it would make the game a little bit more exciting. Brandon 2. Lat takes out Brandon first. Jakey with another one onto Brett. Oh my god, Jakey with 2. And even still shooting away onto M1. How's it with these Glocks? I mean, these Glocks are huge, but Cole and Connor, they do have a smoke in their hand. Can at least take a couple out. Connor with the beautiful headshot onto Auser as Cole comes in from behind. Gonna double swing at some point. Lat takes down 1 and the second. And Auser doing a really good job. And yeah, we'll give them a replay for that.
More exciting.
And like I said, you know, you win that round number 3, you put a little bit of stuff on the board, and Glocks are just gonna be...
2. Lat takes out Brandon first. Jakey with another one onto Brett. Oh my god, Jakey with 2.
Heading into, I guess, a little bit of an interesting round here. We got an AK and 3 Galils in the hands of the T side Tortuga. Any one of those guns that they can either save or work with is going to be quite a dangerous thing in the hands of any of these players of Dapper North. And Brett, I guess, having a little makeout session over there with Cole. Star-crossed lovers, as we like to call them. Look at them in the corner. Looking all cute. Flashes will come out onto the B site. Takes a little bit of damage already. Hey, those damage is going to help Dapper North. Any little bit counts at this point. And Dapper North just waiting patiently. No need to rush anything. Trying to find one of these guns potentially to hold on to and tap some heads with. As the CT side players start their, the T side players start to execute onto the B side. How's it gonna find a little bit of damage here onto Brandon? Bomb is gonna be placed down, and that is one of the hopes of the T side. And that takes down 2, make it 3, and potentially could get 4 here as well. Gets the dink. But not quite enough. Dapper North are going to see if they can find anything here. SMJ with a really good angle here onto the side hall. And they're just going to have to run it and find something to pick up. And it's not going to work. Lat with a 4K there to end it out. And Cole with a pause. And I like this pause, you know. Even though you have a big lead, anything can change in a second. And just kind of reshifting their ideas around, you know. Because they do have guns in their hands, and this would be huge. They could take 11 rounds, you hit 12, and that's a potential GG'er, you know? Let's take a time to appreciate some of these AI photos. And, I mean, Tortuga, I honestly was expecting a little bit more turtle presence here, but I'm surprised they don't. You know, I mean, Dapper North really, I mean, they're dapper. You got the top hats, you got the suits. On Tortuga's side, I don't really see any resemblance of a turtle. Kind of upset. But it is a cute cat. I live in New York City, so I like the pigeon. Looks like Jakey just, either that's him or somebody else. I can't tell at this point. And then we got... It looks like, what's his name for Batman? Oh man, the Freeze guy? Is that his name, Freeze? I will say I don't watch a lot of that stuff. I have been told to watch Batman on HBO Max. No product placement there, but I was told to watch the animated season, or series. I think I'll give it a go. I watched The Penguin the other day. That was pretty good. Or not The Penguin, Batman, which had the Penguin in it, and I am going to watch The Penguin. So that should be fun. As we get back into it after the pause, Connor and M1 running up ramp along with the side hall player, which I believe is Brett. They're going to bunch up towards the B site. Looks like they have a little bit of an execute in mind as we're going to try and pinch a lurk here. Doing their best Cole impression is Lat. As all the nades come out towards the site. Brandon, gotta be able to get one. Can he get 2? Gonna see them coming up one by one. Oh, but doesn't quite get the second one there. But that's okay. Able to get the first pick out and delay it a little bit longer here for the rotates to come in. Asian assist with the grenade. Not able to take too much damage off of Cole, unfortunately. As the extra smokes go out. SMJ shooting away on 1 HP. But not today. He's going to hit Asian assist a little bit here. Wow. The kills are going in the way of Tortuga there. And oh my gosh. Just absolutely picking away. And I do believe that was a crazy round from Tortuga. I mean, you get the first pick over onto ramp, but unfortunately just couldn't do anything else. But it did give a lot of time for the rotates to come in, so both teams playing that well, but Tortuga's side getting the aim in the pocket. Dapper North can afford a couple pistols here. Looks like they're going to go for this pick over onto B ramp. They're going to hear this coming in. Asian assist, going to pick up 2. Gets 3. Finally gets taken down, and that's an AK in the hands of Cole or M1. Looks like Cole is going to keep it, and a dangerous man to have a gun here. M1 going to find... I was going to say going to find one, but doesn't find one. Jakey able to take him down, and Cole's just kind of try and play his life, get as many kills as he can, force them to rebuy. Gonna have to play the peekaboo game for whoever decides to peek first. And they choose to 1v1 him, and it just rolls in the way of Tortuga. 10-6, and it's getting a little shaky here. The CT side looking like it's the side of a little bit of struggle here. CT side looks like it's going well for both teams there. Lad picking up the midsection and could potentially find it early. Oh my god, Cole doing his best Brett impression, taking out Lat with a nice op pick. And that's a huge player down early into the round. Flashes come out onto the B side. Cole trying to find another with that op here. Jakey does have the counter op, taking out Brandon with a nice little flick there. Connor and M1 preparing themselves to either rotate, or looks like they're going to have to rotate. As Cole needs to show up with his op here. Show up he does, taking out Asian assist, and that's going to be another one to stop the pressure of the T side. And all quiet goes down as it looks like an execute is going to come out onto the B side. The rotation comes in from the CTs, and this is where they had a little bit of trouble again. They have to... Oh my god, SMG goes crazy. Cole again with another op shot. He's been doing absolutely great things with this op. And still playing it, honestly, like he has an AK in his hand, and I love that. One with the M4 in his hand. Doesn't find one. Jakey does find the second pick right on back. Howser able to get one. Switching back to the M4. Not going to quite work it out there. An unbelievable job again from Tortuga. Just placing the shots out. And I will shout out... Cole for this first pick. Because
Lad picking up the midsection
wasn't
and
expecting it.
could potentially find it early.
Oh
my god, Cole!
And also able to get two... I think it's 2 other picks onto the B side. Just... They were able to take down Brandon with that nice op flip back and able to group up still. And again, their aiming is just on point on this B site, and it seems like they're going to favor it a little bit more here. Because even though the picks came out, they still went to the B site, which is, I guess, them just saying, hey, our aim is better. We're able to hold off the retake onto B site, and that could be what the pause here is going to be talked about onto the Dapper North side, saying, hey, you know, that B side has been abused a little bit. Tell me what you need from the rest of the players, what we're going to do with this sort of like half buy we have here, and what you need in terms of help, or in terms of what we need to do to counter once they get onto site. Here we go, another round to deal with it. Again, the pistols and SMGs will still do a lot. There's a lot of close quarter battles that come in here. And this Deagle, man, it can tap heads and it can tap them well. As patience becomes an important part for the CTs here, as well as the Ts, who know that they're going to put some respect on Dapper North's name. They know the stack could come in. They know there could be awkward angles with these pistols anywhere. So they're going to try and make sure that that doesn't take one or two T-side players out randomly. And so far, they're doing a good job of paying Dapper North the respect they deserve and taking their time, not rushing into anything. Connor gets taken out by Lat. And Cole could have a huge round on his hand here. See if he's able... Oh, Hauser takes out M1 on the boost. Brett not able to find the next one, and that leaves just Cole, Brandon, get scoped. And that's going to be the end of the round there, 10-8, and we're coming back from quite a lot of rounds here. Dapper North has a huge round ahead of them right here, 10-8. They can get this. They stall the momentum of Tortuga. And they'll put 11 rounds on the board, which gives them just one round closer to that magical 12 scoreline. And this is a big round for Dapper North. If you're a Dapper North fan, this will be the time to send some good energy Dapper North's way. And a normal default coming in, nothing too crazy. Like they are gonna find a little bit of action here towards the ramp side as we have T's slowly making their way up onto ramp. Flash is gonna go out. M1's gonna get a beautiful first pick onto Hauser. That's gonna be man going their way. Hauser going down leaves it a 5v4. And so far, this default is working well for Dapper North. They just need to keep the numbers up, figure out where the rest of this aggression is going to come at. You don't really need to peek out too far into any direction here. And it looks like they're going to regroup back over towards the B site. As everything goes silent on ramp, they're going to head one over towards mid so that the other player towards mid can head onto the B side, or vice versa for the B site players to start to get ready. These nades are going to come in soon enough. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge round for the B players to try and defend off the T side of Tortuga. Brandon's going to take a lot of damage into that molly as he goes down. Brett, the last player alive to kind of hold him off. Gets two. Oh my god. Taking down Jakey and SMJ. And wow. Brandon able to kind of take this off and now turning it into a 3v1, 10 seconds on the line. That bomb has no choice but to go down. He doesn't have any time. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. No, he's not going to have any time. Takes the counter out, but what a great round, especially from Brett here. Both of his players go down.
Huge round for the B players to try and defend off the T side of Tortuga. Brandon's going to take a lot of damage into that molly as he goes down.
Brett is able to...
The last player alive to kind of hold him off. Gets two. Oh my god.
That's really what we need from him. And what a great round from Brett that was. 11-8, just the scoreline we wanted to see. One round closer to 12 rounds on the board. And Cole, they're going to find a lot of presence early here. He needs to make sure he hits these shots, and he does. Takes one. Can he find the second? Not going to find the second, but does trade him out. SMJ does trade him out. And again, less players on the CT side will be a little bit more tricky for Dapper North to deal with. But hopefully, we'll find some success with the doof at some point in this round. And by the doof, I mean XM. SMJ looking through midsection here. As all goes quiet again. Lots of players bunched up back towards the A site. Gonna show a lot of presence here, and I would not mind at all a retake going in onto A. I would not mind that at all. And it looks like we might be having to do this. That mid lurk is going to be quite a problem here. If they can take this guy out, then that would be huge. Only having to deal with what's in front of you on the A site, and SMJ has a lot of area to work with here in mid. Connor with just the MP9 in his hand. Gonna try and do what he can. SMJ, ooh, with so much room, but gets punished by Brett. Taking down one. Hauser goes down a little bit here as Connor just has that MP9, able to find one. Takes down Asian Assist, and that's a 3v2. Ooh. Jakey just narrowly missing that op shot. And you know the op is out in the hands of someone over here. Super low health they both are. 23 health on Jakey. He's gonna go for the peek. Has to land the shot. He does! Brandon goes down. It's a 2v2 again. Jakey goes down. Hauser able to take out the bomb deplanter, and they know he's side haul. 1v1. Brett has to go for the kill. He does, and he has a kid in his hand. Is he going to be able to do it? 3, 2, 1. Bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Worldwide is a step in the room, and that's Brett hopping around a little bit of joy. As now that puts 12 rounds on the board for Dapper North. And we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. One more round, and we see a Dapper North win on stream live. It will be televised. Alright, Zenith. Oh, man. 12 to 8. Again, not exactly the greatest gun on Dapper North. Takes a little bit of damage as well from that molly. But what a great position Dapper North has been in a crazy ride here that I'm glad that everyone's here for, either watching live or on the VOD. Because this has been an exciting one. Again, both teams taking this default slowly, not just wanting to find some picks. Hopefully things go their way. Looks like they were planning on executing early, but deciding maybe to wait out a couple more bits of util from the CT side, as there is still plenty of util here from both players to work with. Oh! Brandon able to get one. Dancing around, play Matrix to try and get away with his life, and he does. Taking out Jakey through all the wood. And that's huge right there. That's a big pick coming in from Brandon. And that's going to stall a lot of time here. 40 seconds left on the board. And it looks like we're going to have a huge rotation coming in here, but I feel like the CT players on the A side for Dapper North are going to be able to hold this down. You have Connor, who is a lethal headshotter, able to take out picks left and right. And here we go. Into the site we go. Hauser going to be the first one in. He's going to find Connor. He goes down. M1. Brett able to find 2 picks off, and that's a 2v4. 9 seconds left on the clock, and M1's going to come in. And as a hero, so is Brandon, able to take out M1 a little bit as well. Not able to place the bomb down, and that's it. Dapper North take the dub. And this time I'm not on the scoreboard. Dapper North, easy dubs for Dapper North. 13-8 is your final scoreline. GG's all around. Let's take a final look at these. Oh, we can't. I forgot. Final look at these scores. We have them here anyway. 95 ADR on Cole, and man, everyone doing a really good job putting up some kills where they needed to. Taking their time, readjusting, and what a great win from Dapper North here, man. Really, really good stuff. As we end out the stream, my name is Legit Topic. It's a pleasure for everyone to be here tonight. And I will see you guys later. Hopefully you guys will stick with us for our next game on Thursday at 10 is the default time. And we'll see another Dapper North dub, potentially. That would be awesome. So, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Try not to let the bed bugs bite, as I say every time. And we'll see you guys all later. Enjoy the music as we send you on out of here, because I know I will. Head out to the club tonight on a Tuesday. And we'll see you guys later. Peace out.